What's up YouTube, Mr. Lamacy here, and this is definitely the first take of this video. Today, we are going to be making a 35,000 life Barbarian, and we are going to break the game. Make sure to smash that like button because this has been a lot of work. Shout out to my mod Warren for helping with everything. It's take one, chat. It's take one. Don't listen to them, YouTube. Don't listen to them. First thing we're going to talk about is the character build itself. Now, the only important things for this are no points in anywhere except vitality, because of course we want to get as much life as possible, and maxing battle orders. We're also maxing battle command. We've got, 1 point in these, maxing these in case we want to hit stuff, maxing natural resistance just in case we want to get some more resistance, which helps with our life, and nothing in combat skills because we're going to be a bear and bears cannot hit. But of course, the main thing is getting that battle orders. That's going to be the big piece. So let's talk about the real juicy stuff, how this is going to work and how we're going to put it all together. So first off, we have a CTA and we have a +3 to war cries. This is the optimal setup, okay? Because you cannot have 2 CTAs. Otherwise, you would be able to get +7 to battle orders, 6, and then the +1 all skills, 7 over here, 14 from O skills. That would be mega abuse. So Blizzard was like, nah, we're not going to allow that. First things first, this only gives +3 actually. So anything 3 or above is going to give you +3 on a Barbarian. So this is worth +3 and then the 1 to all skills, so +4. But you can't even have 2 of these because the O skills will actually cancel one of them out. And so you'll only get the +1 to all skills. So 2 CTAs of 664 will only give +5 to battle orders, actually, instead of the +14 that you would think it might give. So instead, we have a +3 to war cries for our second hand. And this gives us +7 in total because we have 3 right here, 3 right here, and then the 1 additional with the +1 on top of CTA. So we're starting out with just doing buffing our battle orders, right? And our battle command is for that duration there, but buffing battle orders. So we have this and this. We have a 3/3 on a helmet, echoing assault right there. We have a +3 amulet, Enigma for +2, SOJ for +1, Arachnid Mesh for +1, and SOJ for +1. Then, of course, nothing from boots or gloves since they don't give plus to skills. And then just sounding Grand Charms right here and a Torch and Annie for the plus to skills. So this is going to be all of our plus to skills right here that we're going to use to buff up our character. And the last piece I want to talk about before I go and get the shrine is we will also have an Oak Sage that is level 54. This would be assuming, and it's just simulating, having a druid in my party who has an Oak Sage, okay? So the maximum level Oak Sage that somebody can get is level 52, and then if they get a skill shrine, it will be level 54. So this is the only hero edited piece of this character that cannot actually exist, and I just threw it onto this charm. This just has to exist as it exists right here for the idea of just, like I said, simulating a druid being in my party, but I'm just in single player right now, so obviously a druid can't be in my party, and so that is all that piece. So let us go here, and we will cast ourselves battle orders and battle command. Then I'm going to summon, and I'm going to boost him up as well. So now I have a summon here, and he's actually level 55 because once I give battle command to him, he actually gets 1 more level as well. Next, I'm going to swap over to Wolf Howl. This gives me, of course, the Lycanthropy and Werewolf, which are the Lycanthropy charges, and I'm trying to buff up my Lycanthropy right here. So that's what this second buff is. And I'm going to put a Mars because plus skills, obviously like plus war cries isn't a real plus skill to help it out. I'm going to swap over to my main hand where I have a beast, so I can of course turn into a werebear. And then I'm going to have a Hodo for the +3 to skills. And this does snapshot. So as soon as I morph right now, that is when it checks out what my Lycanthropy skill is, and that will continue forward even if I remove all of the gear right there to boost it. So now let's start removing that gear. First things first, we're going to have 120 to life right here because magic jewels only give 20 to life, and they're going to be the best source that I can put in a weapon. For a shield, I can get an Artisan's Large Shield of the Colossus, and this is going to give me 60 life, and then I put 3 jaw runes, 50 life per jaw rune, and we put them over there in the offhand. Now, if I could use a 4 open socket shield, like a Jeweler's Monarch of the Whale with 4 jaws, I would, but the amount of life that I'll have to give up to get the strength needed to use that is not going to be worth it. So that's why we do this. Okay, next we have the Jewelers right here, and Jewelers right here of the Whale, very basic, just plugging in a bunch of rubies, and the reason is because flat life is the only life that actually benefits from the boost of the percent max life. So I have 698% max life on this build, and so I want as much blank to life as possible. And when I say blank to life, I mean that is the only way. You're not getting additional from vitality. You're not getting additional from things like Shaco or anything where it's like plus to attributes, or things where it's plus to life per level, like a BK ring. You are purely getting your plus to life right here from rubies, from charms, from anything that says blank to life. So that is it. I'm just going to put on as much blank to life as I can. So of course, 100 to life from that, 100 to life from this, and then the 60 life is the max you can get on these rings. So we have 60 life crafted, and of course 25 to strength as well, to just help out for wearing other stuff. Sanders or Blood Fist are both 40 to life, so both of those work right here. And then Water Walks, of course, with the 65 to life will be our benefit right there. Next, I'm going to get rid of all of these Warcry GCs because we've already buffed up. And we can just do this. And I'm just going to put on all of these charms right here. So these are 20 lifers with 5 all res, or just 3 20/20s. It doesn't matter. The whole point though is I just want to get 20 lifers in every single slot that we have right here. And now, with all of this and all of our life gear on, when we step outside, we have 35,154 life. 35,000 life on a Barbarian has been achieved. Not a bait. But why does it only say 2,381? Hold on, I'm so confused. What's going on? Wait, you're losing life. Mr. Llama, what are you doing? Be careful, you're gonna die, Mr. Llama. No! No! It's taking a little longer than we want. No! Oh, it's a rollover. That's right. 32,768 life, aka 2 to the 15th, is your maximum life total. Probably -1, actually. 2 to the 15th -1 is your maximum total right there. Int 16 is used for your life. And so when I use a full rejuve, I actually overflow on my life. And this is what the maximum life actually looks like. And if you've ever played Diablo 2 and gone and hero edited a character, you would see that this is exactly how it goes right there. No, it's not actually 37K. The total life is the actual life total. So, yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, this is the perfect build for Quinn because obviously, going to be hard for him to die like this. But this is also a 0 DPS build. So once again, the perfect build for Quinn, actually. Never mind, that makes total sense. However, if we did want to, for some reason, turn this build into a a build that could do a little bit. We can remove some of these charms, and it's not going to be great. We can put in Annie, Torch, and we'll swap these gloves over right here to give us 15 more strength, some crushing blow, a little bit of life. So it's still 20 life, but we lose 20 life, but we get the 20 IS. And then we can put a grief on, actually. A little 4,400 grief right here. We're doing it in a war spike. It's not as fast, but of course 136 dexterity is just going to be really hard to hit, whereas 133 strength is going to be a lot easier to hit. And so, of course, the grief damage still, you know, just comes from having grief and just being ridiculous and all that plus damage. And now we can actually go out and run around, and let's go somewhere a little bit, you know, maybe a little more monsters. And we still have 33,698 life. But now we can do a little bit of damage. And, you know, like I say, it's not great. But again, who's going to kill us? We have 33,698 life with maximum resistances. Who is going to kill us? So if you're playing hardcore and you're ever worried that, you know, stuff is going to come after you and kill you and you just aren't sure, well, do I have the hardcore character for you? Do I have the hardcore character for you? So, anyways, this is the 35,000 life Barbarian. And I'm sure our werebear is going to fall off soon enough. See if we can maybe make our way to Andy before it does. We'll see. I doubt it. Try Ubers with this build. It would, I mean, once again, you're not going to really be able to do a lot. But you're also never going to die. I mean, how does anything kill you is the question. Like, you have 33,698 life. I just don't know. Is it up there at all? It doesn't look like it. And you have max resistances. So it's not like they're going to get some like, oh, cheap little shot in on you there. You know. So again, is it the fastest killer in the game? Nah. PvP time. There you go. There you go. Erdars with their sweet, sweet crushing blow. I'm good. Now, I will admit, it is the scariest thing ever running around with barely any life. And there we go. We actually do fall out of our werebear form. Only 25,000 life out of werebear form. What a sad day. Come here, Andariel. But you know, such is life. And all it takes is a single full rejuve. Still at 85, 7,500, 6,700. Oh no, our spirit. Hey, we did it. So, who needs it? So that is the 35,000 life Barbarian, and he actually looks pretty cool in my opinion. If you guys have any thoughts on how to improve him, I'd love to hear. I'm sure many of them are not right, but maybe some of them are. Maybe some or one of them is somehow. Remember, there's a lot of calculation that goes into all of this. You have the 698% max life, so something like 4 jaws and an armor is not going to be very beneficial. We want all of that max life. as much as we can get it. But of course, coordinate all of your stats and everything to it as well. Regardless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This was a lot of fun to theorycraft and just think about, and to actually hit 35,000 life was super cool because we were just below it, but we got there. So, GG, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace, YouTube.